My small software business just had 2 outages in the last 2 weeks. I'm sitting here feeling pretty drained, so I figured I'd share some real time reflections on what I learned. For those of you who are new, I bought and now run a small software business here in Sydney, Australia called Rafflelink. It's basically an online platform for Australian nonprofits to host online raffles. We do thousands of raffle ticket purchases every day, and last year we raised over $10 million for nonprofits in Australia. And last week, our payment processor, Stripe, had an outage that halted all payments for almost 2 hours. And then this week, earlier today, actually, our hosting service provider had an emergency rebuild that basically took down our entire site for another few hours again. Both times I got flooded by customer emails and phone calls, panicking and stressing. And honestly, it was super stressful. Like, this is basically now my baby, and it's been built on years of reliable service and reputation, and all that could be destroyed within a few hours by something that was basically out of my control. And I've learned that even just business reasons aside, I always feel terrible when this kind of stuff happens because our customers are nonprofits and the kind of people we work with are super kind and generous, and they're just trying to raise money for a good cause. And I don't want to be the reason that they can't do that. So here are a couple of reflections and lessons from the experience. First lesson from these past few weeks, I'm actually pretty proud of how calm I stayed throughout both outages. And the truth is, I was only able to stay this calm because I had actually experienced an outage earlier this year that was unrelated. And during that experience, I was rushed, freaked out, and accidentally made things worse. And basically, this time I knew fixing things correctly is more important than fixing things quickly and incorrectly. But developing this type of calmness during something that's super stressful is something you can only learn through experience. And so you kind of need to make mistakes to learn how to fix your mistakes. Second thing I learned, while customers are in fact really stressed in the moment, which is understandable, and might voice their frustrations and angers and even yell at you, at the end of the day, they ultimately understand that these type of things do happen, especially when it's related to an external service provider that's kind of out of your control. So don't take it personally. I mean, definitely empathize with them, but don't freak out thinking that your entire customer base will suddenly leave. My third reflection, when these type of things happen, and they inevitably will, and you calmly rectify the situation, it is crucial that you clearly communicate it to all your customers. It might be tempting to try to hide it, thinking that some customers might not notice, but what I've learned is that customers appreciate transparency more than anything. Make sure you find the right balance, explain what happened clearly, but don't get too technical and into the weeds so you create unnecessary stress for your customer. When people ask me what it's like to run my own small business, I always say the highs are really high and the lows are low. And boy, was that true this week. See y'all next time.